Is that a challenge?
Hi everyone, it's a guy that exists, and welcome back to the series How to Break It, a show where I take an existing commander strategy and give you a list of cards that help you break the game. Starring Rionya, Fire Dancer. For 3 generic and Thunderstruck! Rionya Fire Dancer is a legendary creature human wizard. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create X tokens that are copies of another target creature you control, where X is 1 plus the number of instants and sorceries that you've cast this turn. They gain haste. So on today's episode of How to Break It, we're gonna storm off with some creatures on the field to take advantage of some very powerful ETBs. But before we cast a bunch of instants and sorceries, why not play some cards before you cast your commander, such as Zada Hedron Grinder? Let's turn one spell into 1,000,000. And enough of these cards you've already heard of before, man. How about something new, like from March of the Machine? This new Urbrask is going to give you 1 damage to target opponent for each instant and sorcery, and you get to add red. It's sort of like a Burgie, but on the same power level, but different. Or how about getting double the tokens for all that spell slinging you're doing? Keep in mind, your commander's a wizard. You're a wizard, red player. A wizard! Or how about cards that wipe the board after you've cast a bunch of instants and sorceries and go to pre-combat? This is just the coolest little dude! He doubles his power until end of turn. You get like 6 of these boys on the battlefield, it's just over. You're done. You're done. And now finally, let's start talking instants and sorceries. Here's one I'm sure you haven't used yet. Galvanic Relay. For 2 and a red, exile the top card of your library. During your next turn, you may play that card. Storm! And speaking of Storm... By the way, this card combos with Runaway Steam Cannon Grinning Ignis. Or how about exiling your hand to get a fresh grip if you don't like what you're playing with? Or how about targeting an indestructible land and getting to ramp and draw at the same time? But probably my favorite spell for you in this entire deck is a card like Bonus Round, where until end of turn, whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, that player copies it and chooses new targets for the copy. While yes, your opponents can take advantage of this, if you're casting this on your turn exclusively, this just helps you storm off. This has been a deck tech on Esmeralda the Dancer, and that's How to Break It. Also, shout out to Matthew Rincon. If you guys have any ideas for other episodes of How to Break It, leave it in the comments. I'll be reading them. See ya!